ano enyumre ya no eye Ghana ni de share why na dwen se watena ma no ne nso opese wodni sika boa ema wo man Ghana tumpon eni nti obebie edan kesi ya uhunu wo machi ene vans ahodo a chese yede ekọ wo man Ghana fan na akwakoton aduane na nipa ba ha no me ne ebi bedi nkomo na afi magye wo mo adwen ewo so far said yumedie no esi ekoye ni gisem ne se yeni alatani Hans enuku eba yumedie bi Hans. Good evening.
Good evening.
I can see you are about to enjoy your wine.
Yes, fruit wine. It's very good for the system.
Really, fruit wine.
That's right.
Okay. You are part of the people who had the privilege to be the first to taste food from Express Kitchen. How was it like?
Oh, really? It's home away from home cooking, and I would suggest and advise anyone who wants good food to come around here and get it for affordable price and enjoy it the way I am.
This debate, let me ask you again about Ghana Jollof. What is your take on Ghana Jollof? How do you see Ghana Jollof?
Man, they have good chefs here in Ghana Jollof. I've been eating it since I've been in Ghana, and it's so good. Tastes really good. Yeah, very good.
What other food do you like in Ghana?
I like banku and okra, rich okra with a stew in it. I like wache, and I like fufu and granite soup, and lots of protein, fish, and all the rest of it. Yeah.
So, have you naturalized? Have you moved finally to stay in Ghana?
Well, God knows where I am is blessed land and blessed country and blessed people. So wherever I am, that's where indeed God has given me authority to stay. And until He wants me to go somewhere else, He'll let me know again.
But for
now, I appreciate the people and the services, reception, and the country, the president and vice president, and the people all over, young and old. I have fun with all the time. I thank them all for giving me the support, and I'm grateful to Ghanaians all over the world.
During the campaign time, you happened to also campaign for the MPP. How do you feel now that the party has won?
Well, I feel good. I mean, I feel good for one Ghana, one people, one nation, and it don't matter what party you belong to, as long as everybody has a good innovation and vision for the country to be great. Indeed, partaking in that vision will be the glorified God in the end. It's very good to be together. I feel good.
So you are satisfied with so far governance?
Oh, yeah, very, very satisfied with its professional touch, its Midas touch. And the president, Mr. Nana Akufo-Addo, is a very good man and God-fearing man. So he'll do the work that God wants him to do for the people to have a good country.
Hans, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
But can you speak any of the Ghanaian languages?
Oh, kakra kakra. I mean, with three, you know. But it's okay. You know, very soon I'll learn to speak it all properly when I'm really settled.
Okay, so kakra kakra means what?
Little by little, I speak or understand.
All right, thank you very much, Hans. Meninti ebetwa so na fe. Ewura dan mu na ye ne nipa. In fact, very interesting, very nice edifice. Oh share ura ha uhunu se sisi ani ebi ano enso emu aye madada. And so welcome to Express Kitchen. Eduane ahodo bi a wo pe bia no. Eha ena onsa etumi eka. Na mpanimfo pi atitru pi ena aba ewo ha kyese wo mu nyina edidie. Yebo moden se ye ne ebi ebedi enkomo. Na afi yaje wo mo adwen ewo eduane a wo mo etesi ye. Dini kan kra wo pani o hwemu a na kyese wo man Ghana mu abra ye adwen say national identification no and wo ye pani a wo ye CEO pani or say graphics bra kwame ye ne nkwedi nkomo kakra na afi ye misa no say de wo si ehunu ha. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Utimi kan twi kakra
Mbacho mititwi
kan twi pa ya ne no say udi bi
Midibi
net say
kama pa papa
wo ne sen say ni pe wa ma no ne wo ma yo madwen say wo mbeba fie sese ebie businesses wa ha na ebie sese
the kind no say Eric no me ne miru nyane wa ma no ne. In fact, we both served in the US Navy. No no was on a bigger ship than me na one me wa mo ne o so mo ba no this should be a sign to them, say, and your ma, omu who baby omo so the befi as the chair said, we say, you know, the innovation involved now. Say, I have seen meals on wheels, but this is actually kitchen on wheels, which is different. And I believe that this is a humble beginning, even though we have this great edifice. And I say it's a humble beginning because I have great expectations for this business. I know it will flourish in Ghana because the food industry is very big, and I have high hopes. So this should be a sign for all those outside to bring whatever they have seen elsewhere home. You know, such innovations back home, because there's a lot of money here. You help grow the economy, make money, and keep it here as Ghanaians. So this is what I have for those outside.
Memra will fill the kakra national identification. So say I say how do you see it? Do you see it succeeding? Who want to say any advice?
Well, a national ID in India, Sebe Ghana Hano. A idea be say intiminya and a two sinipa. Now, with the new efforts being put in the national ID, you know, I am very confident to say it will see, you know, finally come, you know, be up and coming. And the most important thing, no, is not say a national ID, but rather all institutions would be asked to fall in line instead of having so many ID systems in the country. And when one ID can serve the purpose, you know, biometric system, for example, Ghana will bear 10 when we need only one. And you know, it is important, and I encourage you know, the authorities to not only see to the implementation of national ID, but also cut the waste in the system, because institutions like NHI have no business issuing ID cards. EC probably don't even need to, because the national ID, when it is done well, and we all have confidence in it, can serve all these purposes.
The fear is when other nationals are registered. How do we check this? Because it's dangerous if we have other nationals or more register as Ghanaians. Because their passport, for instance, we have other nationals at Omobi.
Well, with the national ID, the intimate manager, as the chairman said, the national ID authority, there's a rigorous process that you go through. And even though we use some of the cards as breeder documents, there's a very thorough questionnaire that it will be difficult for anybody who is not a Ghanaian to successfully go through. You know, it's an interview process, and people have the right to challenge. See, the structure is there are processes in place to ensure that foreigners do not find their way in the national register. Normal bebre, from so bebre aba in the past. You cannot really place it at the doorstep of any of the major political parties solely. Both government, both sides have made some mistakes in the past, but most of the things that needed to be done had actually been completed within 2016, and we were all confident that whoever was victorious in the election, the platform had been set for a takeoff in 2017. You know, so it is not very strange that things have started moving. You know, now.
Yeah, that's it. Finally, a word about this kitchen.
Well, it's a very nice place. The innovation is quite brilliant, and like I said earlier, I have great expectation for this. The vehicles, my expectation is that by the end of not a year, but a year from now, we should have a lot more vehicles, because this is really a service that is needed in this country. You know, having food sent all over. And the food industry is the biggest industry in the world, followed by pharmaceuticals and the automobile. So nobody goes into the food industry and lose if you are doing things right. So I have great expectations for this.
Thank you very much, sir. All right. Yeah, that's a party. Yeguso. Yebesina twaso. Okay, I think you so just say share Express Kitchen. They are koso ha. Na mabeto ye mami wa ha benefita. Madam, good evening.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I can see you are enjoying the jollof.
Yes, it's very nice. It's a little bit spicy, but just the right amount of spice and texture.
Your name?
Dr. Lindsay Doku.
Okay, where do you come from?
I work in Maryland, in University of Maryland in United States.
And so you are now trying the Ghanaian dishes.
Yes, yes.
How do you see it, especially the jollof?
Oh, the jollof, like I said, it's the right texture, it's the right spice, the right amount of flavor, and I couldn't ask for more.
How do you see this idea of taking food to the doorsteps of the people? For instance, Kitchen Express, where they are going to have their kitchen in a van, moving from places to places and serving.
Yeah, it's a very popular business in the United States, and I think it's great that it's coming to Ghana. It's something that will work because you can travel to different places, but also advertise for the home base for the restaurant that is here. And I think it'll be a great business model, and will be successful if the Lord allows.
Thank you very much, Doc. All right, and into Yane Doc and Eddie and Komono. Ocean inside have very spacious, very nice identity. People in this community, ebe to me abba abetnaha at the time, one more episode, one more relax. Yani open ba ko be dim komo. Aja empom bako de. Oh, empom bako de.
Bako pa.
Na PhD in criminal justice. Eno where dey?
O se me dey.
Criminal justice.
Oh, ni awo mo ani se me sani ade anu tin se o hwe America man no mu a tuntumfo pa ni nkofo e ni o ma hye prison bebre. Na san nkofo we nya o mu hia nkofo obebo o mu ama o mu etumi aba abonten. And I was seeing who a crime be brain soon tea and the Omoko prison. No, so who most won't say a bibia or brony friend discrimination and now systematic discrimination. Sanya Manyamina, a man called for way, almost to mean caught a name, send or say Omuquin. And to know a idea say you're no much prisoner, and you're muy young or for me a bomb, I'm a babonting. And I feel so I was saying a buy now or no much prison, who said. Ya mfani pa nche prison keke se bi onyama bebre awo ya no eno na ama kofo no omo ho akire omo saa omo di bone omo di wo nyama nti no PhD no neria ni se ya di boa aban no any police for any other organization any kofo omo ya laws no se ne obo me say no say ne o say ni kofo dili emra say ne o say ye se ne be ya san kofo we nyama esi no ensi because say one dream who year obi say nkofo bi o ye innocent na enso no onimra no mu ti no na akoshe prison mu police for no ye mra ye di training o say na be o be say dey bi nkofo we no so mo ye boni krampo a won so mo she prison keke na emo no obehwe niam nti o mo ye sa boni no e na judges any lawyers no so say ye training o ye training o mo nya to say na o say mra no ye enye ni parliament be ye Into Parliament Mrabi Briombe, no, a criminal justice for Nebu no moye. And I see a new Crawfordshire prison so I was here share say prison in your martian, a quine passwana. Say, and your quine pie, I was here fair quine between the yom if you. When we near criminal justice, ya Edibua chrono, and Emma a chrono to be 2 pocosro. And to know, we beat to say, Ushemwa justice, criminal justice. Justice in the new and there was so big justice in about criminal justice no and only a be nyamanyam be a criminal justice in some way.
Wow. Me take opposition na yeah count credentials na me say hey criminal justice PhD and easy. But let's come to you made the Kosovo. How do you see that? I know say what to quite the fact is say yeah the kitchen SC so na o share be a way how conducive it here. There na beka.
Well, Nyameka me say me the president of the African Renaissance Institute. Say yeah no ya per say ya boa Africa for any Ghana for tin e be ya mu say nipa tuntum ya nya kwasia. Ya ne ya ne ya brete ne ya bre no. Nti so nipa tuntum aba. No abe bibi fe say ya. Many aje ho pa e ma me feel say there's hope for the black man. Ti say ne ya ko enim na so ya be chire. As I say, we don't want to help our own people grow. We don't want to see the economy grow by we contributing to make the economy better. So I feel by having things like that, it's a step towards the right direction. And if the country is going to progress, then it will depend on individual investors like Dr. Eric Osei and someone like me, which we've been doing. And to be bisano, as I said, it makes me sad and happy at the same time. So wow, finally we are getting somewhere with something like that. It's a Ghanaian initiative and something that we believe that it should be going on gradually and more to keep the country to the right direction.
And what advice Ghana for a woman and never control? One person omutu and amombi to say advice Ben at the moment.
Oh, Nyameka chairman said, listen, a journey of 10,000 miles it begins with a simple step. Don't be afraid. You are thinking too much economically. Think universally. Think about Ghana first. Be very patriotic. The little you have, come back home and start something. You're going to suffer. But at the end of it, you're going to benefit. And it's not about yourself. It's about Ghana. It's about posterity. In Kwadana young woman say, you set a good example among more. Where would they be? If you spend all your time working for the white man, when are we going to learn to work for yourself? We have to learn to work for ourselves. We have to make Ghana great. And we can do it. Creativity, creative imagination. It's like a giant, an elephant sleeping in us. It has to come out one way or the other. It will never, ever come out. It will never come out when you don't take a chance. You always say, I never got a chance. You never took a chance. We have to take a chance in Ghana, and that's what Dr. Osei has done. He has taken a great chance, and we must help him to make this a reality. And with that, others can copy, especially conform one and say, hey, he made it, so I can also make it. I am here to support him as a brother, and not only as a brother, but as a proud Ghanaian who hate to see African down at the bottom. I'm tired of seeing Africa third world country all the time. It's about time we create our ancient history, the great African country. We have to go back to who we were. We don't have an identity. We used to have a blackboard. Now we don't have the blackboard. We have a whiteboard. We don't have a point of focus. Where do we focus? We don't only the European, America, China. What about the African? What happened to African personality? We need to go back. And so I am encouraging everybody that come and brighten the corner where you were born and make Ghana a shining star in Africa, or make Africa on top of the human race. That's where we belong. I thank you. That's where we belong. I'm too much convinced about that. No two ways about it. We have to rise. We are tired of being nobody in this world. Yeah, I'm tired of being nobody. We got to be somebody. Third world country, what does that mean? Always, the Europeans are one, white one, yellow race two, brown three, the black race, no matter four. Why? We have to be creative. Education is not the key. It's knowledge. Knowledge and creative imagination. We got to be innovative. Create our own thing. Design. We can do it. I believe so. But we are not trying enough. For that reason, we have nothing. Africa is now zero cap. Africa has been reduced to zero cap. Why? Because we do zero. We need to be ashamed of ourselves and challenge ourselves to do great things like this. It's not only about money. You don't have money. Use your mind. Mind when you pray, ask for wisdom. That's all. And you can do great things. I believe that. I believe that. I'm sick and tired. Now I'm very, very sad. And say, why always the black man is begging? Always begging. We don't need anything. We can do it ourselves. And we have to be proud of our culture. We are not proud of our culture. Are we? Are we proud of ourselves? No. Yes, I'm one of the slaves. I've been a slave for the white man for so long. But no more. I'm going to make sure my children and grandchildren know the truth. That Africa has to re-emerge again and become a great continent. A great place where we can all live and make it better. If not the best, with the best. We should be the best with the best of the world. No third world country, nobody to be treated like nothing. That's how I think.
Dr. F. Nana Baine. Doc, thank you very much. All right. Doc, and sure. And then Doc, and Eddie and Common, you go so our restaurant. I ne pania one more restaurant is so bedding come na yedi interview sing in ano Eddie Abarianti. You try Hosesiana Yasnaba. So I said the mechanic, yeah, the interview nearby, yeah, but opening our no and express kitchen. One in the cabo, we to me, I am strong. I am Pombo.
I'm Boko Coffee.
You're frozen.
You're family Eric or say quieting.
Eric, one more woman on who said more buffy na more bois or mine say, yeah, nay, who say any mobile didn't come. First of all, then the man a dream way about
Coffee me yobia, manage a Juan and 1 year pa, ain't he? Brad, Miss Sonina, more secondary school in Yamako and Befisa. Na a students association. A Johnny baby be a Nama Genama, Medesa, medical PA, America. Me Kojanin military Accra. Now me call military no. Oma me trade a Juma me pay. And you know, man, was up because I'm saying no money. A Joania that meet my chef and I know so hope so you cook dia. Yama ampa me koye. Cook or US military, US Navy. And to me, experience a crowd. It's that passion now. Me want any experience a crowd. Yeah, no. A boy me. Na about 2009, and me edif. Now I say a business be at say mobile kitchen. I'm saying yeah, and kebab. Na ajana hodini hontif ya boy from 2009 be pem say yetimi ayenti a passion any experience akra me wono and me hu say Ghana nso no aduane no most places no to aduane kiosk mu small containers environment na nye very hygienic nti me hu say sa model ya me hu ewo metu kwan ya me hu no sabe sa model we ba Ghana be boa of your environment ya bibia okay mo bibia ya very neat in so aha.
No, take it true. Who said, okay, where is stove? Yes, sir.
Where is stove? Say, I don't know, yeah, when is stove, obey you, we ni stove anasa se opose ka aduane hye a wo hwe a ye wo fridge wa ha is aduane no ye no afi kitchen kra na ye de hyemu a e keep aduane the right temperature obetuma wo mo no wa ha no mo we ye sink tank yi ye be kona ye twe nsuo ne de gu tank mu omo moto e wo ha e ma nsuo e de brew abetuma wo horo nsai bibia na nsuo no de aye fi nso tank wase a eno nso ekomu na atimi aboa ama sanitation de ye mfa ni agoro ye pese bibia no aye papa nti even ye workers cry no bia o ye djuma bia ye man go through any adenta municipal na ye djuma ye omo ba habit take obia sample and omo de health card branch obi o bia no ewo health card a kire say otimi ye adjuma etimi ton aduane na so otimi handle aduane
me won say I guess as a we dey play mu na ya na any cars akese so na ya me hu bi one mold ni
ye mfa ne say bia wo ye ebie nso to na wantimi amie bie o door no ni adade na say wake mu na ebie emergency fire we ye emergency exit wo bia betimi afa ho e de aduane we nso ye say mo no aduane na say heat ba we ni exhaust na etwe heat no e di pie abonchen we ye 2 deep fryers ye de chicken and fries and bayere and bibia pese achi bia ne timi chi wom de edi ho no nso e grill ye timi de grill bibia pese from tilapia fish and bibia pese grill bia no chicken na ye grill e wa hanom and so de maka ye fridge ni hanom ye wo prep table and ye sign e wo ba bia timi de ton ade machine so a special machine slash ya juice na extract na ye de gumu and yet it's a normal juice na ye na when a slash machine a form of like a snow ice onoma nije akra and onoma a chance and assign and just say pure liquid now the share one man normal soda no where you concentrated juice I have fra and ma onoma a chance and assign akra
and just
microwave so and what I say you say bibi just say microwave near microwave
just say where the kitchen on wheels
where kitchen on wheels pa where coffee where the kitchen on wheels papa bia be so bia be try every so we wedding funeral bibia ye bia no we dey invite him be ba ho no ma be ye aduane na serve ho ma wani age ye wo ene san wo sa bibia ye start here na ye restaurant kese a obetumi so aba ho ye wo ashi east ashi Fulani road oba be transit na wo ne say business meeting bia be ba etimi ma wani age kama nti the special bia emra no be patronize business ni na emwa ya fankrofo je see na nipa 30 na ye adwuma company nti ye hu say mo a omo patronize na ye nso yetimi e boa ma oman na oban for about vision na opese e boa na self employed ye de ba na ye nso ya som a ye nso ye boa ma sa adwuma de nso akoso
and nti se wo ama no ne wo hwe yen a wo te se abusuafo anya yie pe telephone number na wa ase no wo hu se wo ho no fa na frɛ betumi a oda cry surprise o mo wo ho a yie na se obehu anava na ba besi aduane me nso ho ye be noa chese aduane different types of dishes a open nyina no express kitchen betumi a ye ne nyina juice no mo serve ne nyina e wo ho se allowed so say yie ana say even festivals
Kofi ampa we cry no ye ko adan festival ni bi nti bibia festivals na ne duwa ye be ko e na ya hye ye bie kwan a adwuma na start ne de bia no ofren ya ye be ba
and offices and so
offices and so ye bomodin pi say ye de trucks ye be ben enyuma nti wo da duane na ye hot de da nti ne nyasa fe na ye be fi ye main kitchen ba bia ye de call locations a e be ben wa wo da aduane enche kra na du ho no mo na chese aduane be ba na e hia enyoye e ma udi a unya problem bia
yeah ye be da se pa but so we are investor na say wo bagana na easy I mean maybe ana wo adesede bi de ma ban wo afutuo bi de ma ban with regards to say mo ayen say mo pese mo ba yi no na it is saying
Kofi we dey say wo busha sem eno pa na hu hia kai bra ansa da me yi no Kofi wo hwe no kure die ma ekwan fa hye to kai documents am de to bi bia wo ho obetime trace bank sky fa ekoto ye enso bedu Ghana Port and Harbour no Kofi obi ti na office say ono de car na ohwe ne ma ewo mu na me woska nti ne say me twia ampa okeka ne mabom no so we nya ordinary van o crash we nya ordinary van to hwe say de Kofi value na me to e no 5,000 be kan ono no de ono fo say e say oji nti forecast ya de buy na say $20,000 extra me twia ya ne say ka me twia nti me sra ban say sa de ne de hia say ye a ye pese be business no Ghana no bedu port na omu jojo en dodo je se ekwan fa so omu jojo en no aya enye fe ono mo kasa so no mbuafu na bibie no wa je se obetimi aye nti mesra ban se ye dia ba fie se be adwuma yi de ommodin ansa ono nso obetimi afa kwan bi so na watimi aboa yen
aja ye beda say and nti we de Jolate over to you and COVID TV interview no ade asa nanso na sese yetumi esomo ehu se Ghana for akeka won ho na won pese omoboa oman ya na ese yenhye ya famu de ne yetumi edeboa we ye Ghana for ya ye de nti yensom na entumi enkoso edu si a me producer director na nasefa na ye de dwumede ebrel yakrao